Good morning, everyone. So glad to have everyone to join us this Monday morning. I have my girl, Miss B Sparrow of Buzz Tweet Radio and music. She does excellent music shows, and she has Shabbat Shalom. And so I want to thank her for joining me this
Good
morning on
afternoon.
the panel.
Thank you, Sister April, for having me.
Let me see.
I hope you can hear me. I'm on my cell phone.
Yeah, hold on. I've got to I gotta do something because I hear that echo.
Yeah, you have to mute. If you're on YouTube, if you have
Okay.
your YouTube window open, you should mute it.
Yeah, hold on. I've got to okay. I gotta do something because I hear that echo. Okay, I wonder if this happening.
Hold on one second.
I am running it on the Truth Radio as well.
Okay.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I can't hear you at all. Wait, is it me?
Hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, let me turn off my TV. My microphone picks up everything.
Let me see if I can't get my mic because I'm gonna get on my laptop. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna hop back on.
Okay, let me turn off my TV. My microphone picks up everything. Okay, we are two ladies, and what we are trying to do, Miss B Sparrow of Buzz Tweet Radio, we are trying to start a women's platform also to talk about everyday women issues. So it would be nice if people would like to join us. And so I want to just thank everybody for tuning in and listening in. And the first thing I want to talk about this morning is Miss Candace Owens. Miss Candace Owens, I really don't know what to say about her other than she needs some professional help. And she's a conservative that always talks about black people. Trump loves her. Also, in the meantime, I do have to realize that due to the government putting drugs into our neighborhood, heroin and crack cocaine, where a lot of people became addicted to the drugs. Therefore, they lost their children, and some of their kids was raised by white families, which is no problem, but the kids think they're white and they know nothing about their black heritage, because when it's all said and done, you are still black. And so in case you don't know who Candace Owens is, I'm going to share this article with you. In case you don't know who Candace Owens is, I'm going to share this article with you. So, right here on the screen, you should see where they are talking about Candace Owens. And so, hold on. Right here on the screen, you should see So what you see, what you're listening to now is all of these companies have decided to come out and say, express their support for Black Lives Matters. And then what you see, what you're listening to now is all of these companies have decided to come out and say, express their support for Black Lives
So
Matter.
April, do you have your YouTube do you have the YouTube page open?
Yes, I do.
You need to mute that. Did you mute that? Because I still hear an echo. You need to mute that
No,
video.
I'm doing it through StreamYard, and it goes right to. I don't have the YouTube page open. Hey, Miss Ebony Wright, and hey, Pan. So, do you still hear the echo?
Yes.
You still hear it? Okay,
Yes,
so
you don't hear it?
no, no, I don't. So I guess
Maybe it's me because I'm on my cell phone.
okay. So you still hear it? Okay, so no, no, I don't. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just stop broadcasting through
No.
Spreaker then. Cause do you hear it now?
No, I don't hear it now.
Okay, so I've got to stop broadcasting through Spreaker. Okay, so back to the screen. Okay, so we have Miss Candace Owens here, and
what's up, y'all? Speak in the building.
hold on.
You know me. I get right to the shit. It's some shit that I noticed. Here we go. Let's get it.
Wow. I don't know what that is playing.
I looked in Miss B's comment section on that last show. Inspired was dope. But don't tell a motherfucker what to do with that shit. And you ain't your goddamn self. You just as bad as a
Whoever it is, they cussing up a storm.
Yeah, where did this come? Wait a minute, attorney. Wow, hold on. It's got to be on this.
I didn't invite your ass.
On that website.
It's got to be on this website. One of these.
That's probably what it is.
Oh yeah.
It ain't easy to scare the shit out of me, like for real.
That's not it.
I ain't walking around this motherfucker not paying attention to my motherfucking surroundings.
Find another website.
The thing is,
wait a minute. Wow. I don't.
My girl, like she like my twin sister. So when you fuck with her, you fucking with me, motherfucker.
Okay. Sorry about that. What it was is I'm on my phone and it skipped right to the next show. Sorry about that, everyone, and sorry about the cursing. So we are back to Candace Owens. So who you can see who she is. This is her picture. And she is a conservative political commentator, but she always speaks out against blacks. Donald Trump loves her. And what Miss Candace Owens did is she said that Floyd was a thug and that protesters was idiots. So we have right here some of the backlash that is happening to Miss Candace Owens for making this statement. GoFundMe has suspended her fundraisers or anything. It doesn't matter that George Floyd had a criminal history. the focus is George Floyd died at the hands of the police. That is something that you cannot dispute.
Right.
Doesn't matter what his past was. Everyone has a past. Miss B, what are your thoughts about Miss Candace Owens?
If self-hatred was a portrait, Candace Owens would be it. I believe she hates herself that much that she wants to appease white America or the conservative America so badly. I cannot follow. I don't follow her. Things that's happening to her, or I cannot listen to. I can't even listen to her speak because a lot of things she say is true, but most of it is nonsense.
Yeah. Well, people are really. I think what the conservatives and all the racist people, I think they're so mad that this country came in an uproar over a black man. And if you're black and you're a black man in America, you will more than likely have a criminal record due to laws that have passed, due to police just pulling you over because you are a black man in a nice vehicle, or you are a black man and you might be dating in an interracial relationship, or you're just a popular guy, or you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time, so the police will mess with you. So here you have George Floyd, a man that fit everything that America hates. The man did have a past, which does not matter because your past can empower you to have a bright future. George was well loved in the community.
Well, he was in Minneapolis to um, have a better life, to make his life better. That's why he moved from Houston to Minneapolis to change his life.
Yes.
But instead, he ended up being killed there. But he went there for a better life.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so that's unfortunate. Candace Owens, you can kick rocks. You're
Um,
not
April,
black.
Sister April.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna hop off right quick. I'm about to get on my laptop, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. So while B is switching her devices, I will bring you more stuff about Candace Owens. And so this was like also so great for Miss Candace Owens because, here you got Trump that sharing what she said. So this type of action right here just goes to show you what we are dealing with. We have an attack by our own good people. And for you not to say he was a good person, you are not judge and jury, Miss Candace Owens. So I was livid when I saw her statements. And then to have Donald Trump to tweet her statements goes to show you that these are the problems that we face. And this is why we will not make progress if we have these type of people such as Candace Owen saying things that she is saying, and then we have the president who we know now is a racist, and he gets off on this. So you poor thing, you need to get in where you fit in. So it's unfortunate that you got to get in where you fit in by talking about your race. Because trust me, Miss Candace Owens, when you get into trouble, ma'am, you are going to be a black woman and you are going to be called all kinds of names. And I doubt if Donald Trump would support you. Are you back with us, Miss B? Let me. Okay. Okay. Welcome back, Miss B. Everyone, we have Miss B. Miss B. Sparrow. She is back with us. Yes.
Can you hear me, April?
No, I don't hear an echo.
Do you hear me? I mean, my mic was messing up, so.
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so then we're going to move on to our next topic. And we want to talk about I want to talk about Miss Kamala Harris. She is now working on police reform. She was also a presidential candidate. So now she is in on this thing for police reform in the state of in the country, the U.S. of A. But when Miss Kamala Harris was running for president, and I'm so glad she did not become a candidate for the presidential election, because she was exposed. She was another woman that, was trying to fool everybody that she really cared about black people, and she really didn't. This is an article. Let me go slow here. Kamala Harris has been tough on black people, not crime. Miss Kamala Harris would sentence black men to the maximum sentencing, and even people that she prosecuted and were later found innocent, they had to go to another courthouse, another venue in the state of California, because Miss Kamala Harris would not listen to these men. She found them guilty and prosecuted them to the max. So here's an article you might read, and you can read later on that I'm showing you. But what I would like to read is from a person that wrote this article. They say, as someone from the Bay Area and living in Oakland, I am, pardon me? B, can you see?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. It says, I am constantly reminded of her history of locking up black people in the Bay Area. Her track record consists of terrorizing black communities through the prison industrial complex, and she has consistently shown herself to be an enemy to the masses of black people. While I admit the symbol of having a black woman as president sounds nice, it doesn't exclude Kamala from being critiqued. I operate under the political belief that they are no good presidents. Presidents are just figureheads for the white supremacist settlers, colonial states. I aim to have a principled critique of her record that advanced black political knowledge, black political thought. So thankful that Kamala did not make it this far in the presidential election. Kamala Harris had a track record of locking up more black men in California than anyone else. And now she wants to come out like she is on this police reform. So people, don't be reformed by Miss Kamala Harris. Only thing she wants to do now is to revamp her image and make it seem like she cares for blacks now. What are your thoughts, Miss B, on Miss Kamala Harris?
Well, I don't know much about Kamala Harris except for when she ran for the presidency, and I didn't keep up with her because there was something about her even then that my spirit just didn't gel with. So I don't know much about her, but I do know about the police funding that she's talking about. The whole country is talking about it.
Yeah.
Defunding the police. There's a growing call to defund the police, and people think that that means not paying them, but that's not what it means. It means, taking away some of their funding and putting it towards like mental health and families that have been how can I say, killed at the hands of the police. So they've been trying to do this for years, taking away some of the funding, defunding the police department. A lot of people think that it means dismantling the police department, but it doesn't. But not only is Kamala Harris taking advantage of this moment where black people are trying to pull themselves together, but I think the whole government, the whole world is taking advantage, is trying to get a piece of the pie when it comes to black people. They don't really care. They don't really care. They just want to be in the limelight. Did you watch the memorial of George Floyd?
Oh yes, I've watched both of them.
Well, I only watched one, and I think I was almost pissed off about how it turned into a show. There was stars there, and it just
Oh
almost turned
yeah,
into a
what
show.
Tiffany Haddish did, like when Al Sharpton was talking about the different people that was in the room, because I
Yes.
think some of them wanted their names to be.
Ben Crump did that too.
But you had loud, big mouth comedian Tiffany Haddish
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that she was heard or
Mm-hmm.
she was acknowledged. I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking, girl, please. And I liked when Al Sharpton said, let me make sure I bring up Tiffany Haddish. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want her to be talking about me. Well,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, when you're doing something, you should not be doing anything to get credit. You're doing things from your heart. So if he did not see you or miss you in the audience, so what? Girl, you are not that important. You have not been a great comedian that long. So, that's there again, like I said, our people, we want to be acknowledged. We want to be in the limelight. We want to be heard. Like, wow, really? This isn't about you, Tiffany. Those were my thoughts. Yeah. But it was a nice memorial, and to stand there for those 8 minutes and 46 seconds, that was a long time.
Yeah.
A very
Yeah.
long time. Then the next thing I want to talk about, did you want to give any more input, Miss B, about
No.
the memorial service?
Nope.
Okay, now you do know today will be the last service in Houston, Texas.
Right.
And so we are praying for I am praying for a nice memorial service And, for there to be peace, I'm just hoping they don't decide to tear up Houston. But whatever they choose to do, I am not judge and jury. So that would be on them. The next thing that I want to talk about is, hold on.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm
Oh.
another article. Is this woman right here?
I'm gonna have to mute my mic for a minute, but I'm listening, okay?
Okay. This lady right here, it's awful that this woman did what she did. She is an attorney. She is accused of spitting on a teen Saturday, pushing a protester Sunday, and kneeling an officer in the groin during arrest. So there you have it. Miss B, what are your thoughts on this lady? And if anybody would like to join the panel, you're more than welcome. So all I can say is, if it was me and she spit on me, I can't say exactly where I would be right now. You got this coronavirus out, and you decide to spit on a person.
Okay, I'm back. She need her butt whooped.
Right. And I tell people, I say, if it was me, Miss B, I don't know where I would be at now. You
Yeah,
spit on me?
I would be in jail.
You
I would have to go before a judge.
Yes. You spit on me.
I don't know what's happening. These white people are getting very bold, but what they don't realize right now is this is our time, and anything that they ever try to do towards us, against us for bad, from here on out, the Most High Yah is going to make it good. What they meant for bad for us, God is going to make it good. Watch what I tell you. Everything that they try to do is going to turn back on them. Their time is up, and they know it. Do you know, Sister April, what did we wake up to this morning? Do you know how many racist stories are in the news right now?
Oh, I know.
Of white people being aggressive towards black people. What about the white man over here in Maryland that snatched flyers out of the little white kids' hands? The little white girls' hands. They were putting flyers up in the park, and the white man decided that he was going to come and push them and take the flyers out of their hands and rip them up. He was charged with aggravated. I can't even talk. Aggravated assaults, and he lost his job. That's what's happening now. A lot of them are losing their jobs behind their racist remarks, their racist behavior. So let them keep on. Let them lose their jobs. Maybe now a black person that deserves it will get it. Let them lose their jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever they do now and whatever happens to them, I have no sympathy for them.
Black people, don't get mad no more. Stop being mad. Just pull out your camera and record and let these people lose their lifestyle. Let these people lose their jobs. Let them see how it feels.
Yeah.
You know, bunch of racist people in this United States of this here America, and their days are outnumbered. Your time is up.
Yeah.
My brothers and sisters, don't be mad. Just pull out your cell phone and start recording.
Start recording.
Yep.
Always keep them charged up, and always keep an extra battery pack with you.
And put your camera icon on your home page. So it'll be right there when you're ready to record. You can just hit it and it's ready to go.
And she's an attorney. So it goes to let you know that you have people from all walks of life that are racist.
Oh, most of them that are coming out are in high positions, high paying positions. Most of them that are coming out now that are getting fired, losing their high paying jobs because of their racist attitude. And let it be. Let it be so. And what do you think about the NFL now apologizing or Colin Kaepernick kneeling? It took a man to be killed. It took for them to look and see a black man being killed for them to come to their senses. Where we have been telling these people this for years. This has been happening.
And what Colin Kaepernick was protesting when he got on his knee,
right?
When he talked to military officials, he was not disrespecting the flag. He was taking a knee to show to protest police brutality on black men. So now they want to say, "Oh, we think we got it wrong with Colin, so they need to give him his job back." That would make it.
And guess what? I don't know if you're familiar with the Drew Brees controversy that's going on.
The what controversy?
Okay, when Colin Kaepernick began protesting and began kneeling, Drew Brees came out and made a statement and said he don't respect anybody that disrespects the flag. Now he's getting backlash about it because so many people came out. Can I read this article right quick?
Yeah, bring up the article. You can share the screen too.
No, let me just read it. It says Drew Brees twice apologizes following backlash for comments about kneeling during the national anthem. And we're going to get a lot of dry apologies this year, y'all. So be prepared for these fake dry ass apologies. Excuse my language, but it pisses me off. So Drew Barry issued an apology not long after drawing passionate backlash over comments he made. The country and world as a whole is in a state of civil unrest following the death of George Floyd. Floyd, 46, died by in the custody of Minneapolis police, and 4 officers involved have been terminated by the department and charged by the Attorney General for their respective role in his death, which includes Derek Chauvin, the officer seen kneeling on Floyd's neck despite his cries of "I can't breathe," who was charged Wednesday with an additional count of second-degree murder on top of third-degree murder charge. He's scheduled to be in court Monday while protests and riots sweep the country. Brees was asked his stance on it, and he definitely answered. More specifically, the Saints quarterback was asked his opinion on Colin Kaepernick's decision to kneel, seeing as the gesture was in silent protest to the very social injustice that fueled the death of Floyd. Brees' reply was succinct and direct in that he still believes the kneeling was actually about the national anthem and made it clear he will never support disrespecting the flag, a comment that led to teammates like Michael Thomas and Malcolm Jenkins to join other teammates in, wait a minute, let me close this window, something popped up, and rallying against Brees on social media. So one day later, Brees offered the following apology on Instagram, hoping to smooth things over with everyone. He said, "I would like to apologize to my friends, teammates, the city of New Orleans, the black community. You should have capitalized black. NFL community and anyone I heard with my comments yesterday and speaking with some of you, it breaks my heart to know the pain I have caused. In an attempt to talk about respect, unity, and solidarity centered around the American flag and the national anthem, I made comments that were insensitive and completely missed the mark on the issues we are facing right now as a country. The same issues that Colin Kaepernick tried to tell you about when he was taking a knee in the NFL. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he says they lack awareness and any type of compassion or empathy. Indeed, those words have become divisive and hurtful and have misled people into believing that somehow I am an enemy. This could not be further from the truth and is not an accurate reflection of my heart or my character. This is where I stand. I stand with the black community in the fight against systematic racial injustice and police brutality and support the creation of real policy change that will make a difference. I condemn the years of oppression that have taken place throughout our black communities and still exist today. I acknowledge that we as Americans, including myself, have not done enough to fight for that equality or to truly understand the struggles and plight of the black community. I recognize that I am part of the solution and can be a leader for the black community in this movement. No, you cannot. Leave us alone. Damn. I will never know what it's like to be a black man or raise black children in America, but I will work every day to put myself in those shoes and fight for what is right. I have always been an ally, never an enemy. I am sick about the way my comments were perceived yesterday, but I take full responsibility and accountability. I recognize that I should do less talking and more listening. And when the black community is talking about their pain, we all need to listen. For that, I'm very sorry, and I ask your forgiveness. Bree Drew, whatever his name is. I don't accept his apology.
Yeah, because he said what he said, and he meant what he said. These people, true colors are coming out. And
Because in
he
his
had to
original,
say that because, first of all, honey, let me tell you, honey, they would have been tackling his butt to death out there on that football field because his teammates got really upset about
yeah,
what he said.
yeah, because in his original statement, he was like, "Well, my grandfather served, and my father served in the war and fought in this American war," as if our grandparents did not fight,
Right.
as if our grandfathers and our uncles and our dads did not fight in the war, did not fight, for America. So he could go to hell with his apology. That's just how I feel about it. That's my opinion. We're gonna be hearing a lot of apologies from white people this year, y'all. 2020 is the year of dry apologies.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So the next thing I have on the agenda now, we talked about the attorney, and boy, like I say, spitting on me with this COVID going around. I just would, I don't know where I would be. I wouldn't want to be put in that position. So I just want to read some of the comments so far. And what Miss Margaret Garrison wrote is she would like to ask Candace Owens, did she check into this officer's background as much as she's talking about George Floyd?
Right.
Because the officer, he did. He had all kind of complaints against him.
And like I said before, most of these police officers that's charged with abusing black people or have a case against black people, they have complaints behind them. Now I like what Al Sharpton said yesterday at the memorial. He said if they can check our background and see what kind of background we've had, why can't we check their background to see if they had a history of police brutality?
Right. And they do.
Most of them do have history.
And
Where
two of those police officers, they were just newly hired.
Yep.
and
I
two
just
of
read
them
that.
only had a few days on the job.
One of them was on the job 4 days.
4 days. And I said, I told somebody this last week. I said, that Minneapolis Police Department been prejudiced. They know what this man was about. They knew this man was a racist. He didn't like the blacks. And I believe some people on that police department was actually afraid of him.
Well, they are
This
starting
man,
to.
this man, when he did that to George Floyd and to look the way he was looking, oh, he's done that before. We don't know how many people I feel like he's done this before. I don't know how many bodies this man has hit. And it's unfortunate that these men were newly officers to be put with a racist police officer who they probably heard had all of this clout, ain't nothing never happened to him, and they had to go along with his racist acts.
Well, they are fighting to also start holding police officers that were around like in the area that saw what happened. They are going to be held accountable too.
Yes.
That's what they're working on, trying to get officers that stand around and do nothing. They trying to start getting them held accountable for their actions too, or
Right.
lack thereof. Where are you broadcasting live from?
I am broadcasting from Joliet, Illinois.
No, I mean oh, I see you on Facebook. Okay, I
Yeah,
see it.
I'm broadcasting from my page. Mm-hmm.
I see it. Yeah, okay.
And
Shouts out to DJ P. Shouts out to DJ King Royal.
mm-hmm. Yes. And so, oh B, I'm so glad you're back. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if my mic start getting choppy, I'm gonna have to hop off because it's been
Okay.
acting up lately. That's why I haven't
Okay.
been doing
So
too
then
many
the
shows.
next thing I want to talk about is
Oh, I gotta mute my mic. I'm sorry, I gotta mute my mic. Are you there, April? Oh, I guess Sister April fell off, y'all. So y'all stuck with me. I don't know what she had planned. I think she was trying to pull up another article. So there are so many things that are going on, especially racially in the United States. This here, shout out to Ebony Wright. Hello, Ebony. How are you doing? Good to see you. I don't know what happened to Sister April. She kind of fell off, but I'm sure she's going to talk on the months of summer readings. This is a good conversation we had going on, so I'm hoping that
thank you, Miss
Sister
B.
April come back.
Because
She's back.
yeah. learning how to work all of these screens. So this
It
is,
happens.
yes, yes. Now, what do you
Is
think?
that the debate on the NFL?
Okay,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay. What do you think about Trump? He mocked Mick Romney participating in George Floyd's protests. Now, one thing I could say about Mitt Romney is he was the one person that was trying to get the president impeached. The only Republican that stood up. Um, so I will give Mitt Romney that much. Because he's been standing up to Trump. What are your thoughts on this, B?
I think Mitt Romney is trying to hop on the bandwagon just like everybody else.
Okay.
I have no compassion for none of these white men in the government. They are all hopping on the bandwagon because, like I said before, we have been trying to tell them this for years. What has been happening to us? It started out with Rodney King, the video area. It started out with Rodney King when they beat Rodney King almost to death. But then they finally did it. Beat a black man to death on camera for the world to see. And it's turning back towards them. It's going, you know what? Let Donald Trump mock him. Let them fight amongst one another. That's what's going to happen. They're going to end up turning against one another. Let them fight one another. Black people, this is our opportunity to come together and right some wrongs in our own communities. We don't have time to be worrying about Donald Trump, Mitt Romney, but actually we do because we need to keep our third eye open when it comes to them white men up there in that White House, up there in the Capitol. You know, my husband works at the Capitol,
Oh,
and he
does
said,
he? Oh,
yeah, my husband is a cook at the Capitol, and he says that some of those senators are so old that they be falling asleep even when they on their feet. He said a lot of them are so old that they fall asleep just standing up.
and then it should be an age cap for them.
It should be an age cap for
It
that,
should
but
be an age cap because can't nobody that's them people are still racist. If they're still living in the olden days.
yep,
We need some new, young, hip senators. We need
yep.
everybody. We need a whole new generation of people with new views, new ideas. But it won't happen because, like I said, we voted for how Donald Trump became president. Well, we know they said he stole the election from the Russians. Because,
I can see it happening because I see that a lot of companies around, especially in the United States, are getting tired of their racist employees and they are getting rid of them. This and the same thing could happen in the government. And when this happens, that's when black people we need to swarm down on them like a eagle on a chick, eagle on a little bitty. When those jobs come open, that's when it's time for us to, fight back. Fight back by taking their job. That's how I feel about it.
yeah. Yeah, well, I think Mick Romney. I think he might be sincere. I hope,
Girl,
and that's
see, that's
right.
our problem. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to. I mean,
but
I
I'm
understand where
not
you're
gonna
coming from.
worry. But long
I
as I
understand where
get
you're
out
coming
here,
from.
I want people that are trying to make a difference after the protests are over with. I want to know what will Mitt Romney do, and that's fine. You're protesting, but show me better than you can tell me.
I don't trust none of them. I need all of them to go somewhere and retire on an island somewhere and let real Americans handle the government, because they don't know what it's like to be in these streets. They need somebody from the streets up in there.
They
Because
do.
these senators don't know what it's like to be in these streets.
Yeah.
Child, I ain't got time. I'm done. I'm so done
Yeah.
with racist. Let me stay correct. Stay corrected. Racist white people now. That's who I'm talking about. Racist white people. Racist white people. I just wanted to make that clear.
Right. Because as in every race, there's good and there is bad.
Right.
Because let me tell you, Harriet Tubman had help from white people when she did her underground slavery. So we know that some people do love us, and
I don't know if it's love. It might be guilt. They might be helping out of guilt. I don't know if it's love. I really don't.
yeah.
And I think, and I'm just speaking. This has nothing to do with Truth Radio. This is my own opinion.
And
I
you're here
just,
to express that.
I
Everybody has an
just
opinion.
don't believe that they love us. The Bible says they have a perpetual hatred for us. Perpetual means forever and ever and ever. Excuse me. I find it hard to believe that they could ever love us. I just find it hard to believe. And I've been feeling this way for ever since I can remember.
Oh, okay.
And I know you wanted to talk about it. My daughter is getting ready to marry a white man. And I'm going to tell you honestly how I feel about that. I don't dislike him, but I prefer that she marry her own, because my daughter's my granddaughter, her father is dating a white woman, her mother is dating a white man.
Oh, wow. They went. Okay, so both parents.
Both parents are dating outside of the race, and it bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me terribly. If they to have children, my granddaughter would be the darkest one. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It bothers me on both sides. If her father have children with this white woman, if her mother have children with this white man, she's going to be the darkest one. The first grandbaby.
Hmm. Right.
And I it bothers me.
Okay. Because, well, I know my son. That's all. He was in interracial relationships, and I love my son no matter what. So if he was happy, I was happy. But
Right?
at the same time, um, some cultures they can't relate to some of the things
Right.
that we experience and and
Right.
we go through, you know. And so that's what I have a problem with. Oh well, my culture
Yep.
didn't. We don't send our kids to funerals until they're a certain age, with no regard to the other person's culture bringing. So
Right. Right.
it's I think it would be difficult for me to be in an interracial relationship. Well, for one, I never wanted um, a a white man over my son, and not because they would
Right.
be able to. They couldn't get if my son came home and said the police just pulled me over, mom. They have no
Right.
concept of what a black man goes through. you know. And so that was why I would never date outside of my race, and then being a single mom, and you know, I just don't feel like they could have been able to relate to my son and anything he would
Right.
experience as being a black man. And then when you get in these relationships with them, you know, everybody can laugh and smile in your face, but you just don't know what else is going, you know, what their agenda is.
Right.
Right. So it's something. And so with the new generation, because they're not on this racism stuff that's coming up, I think we're going to see a lot of it. And, you know, but it's going to be so many steps that need to be taken first, because until we are treated equally as them in every aspect of life, there's going to always be problems, you know, with interracial relationships, because the hate mentality will always be there. Um, then when a person gets mad at you, do you call them the racist names? Do you make racist slurs? Um, it would just be too much. Then when you have kids, you know, you want them to be close to both sides, but it might not work out that way. And us people, the black people, we are very forgiving and tolerant, but if they don't like us, they don't like us. And and that's all it is. So it's gonna be some long steps. So what are your thoughts, Miss B, on the interracial?
Well, this is my belief. I don't think that we'll ever be equal to them ever. That's just how it is. That's one of the curses that God has bestowed upon us for our disobedience. Their hatred is perpetual. I cannot stress this enough. They will forever hate us because, again, it was a curse from the Most High Yah. Only thing we can do is worry about ourselves and what goes on in our own communities and strengthen our own communities. Teach our children who they are. That's the problem. We don't know who we are. They fed us so much lies, so many lies since we've been over here in this country, in this land, and we have believed it for so long that it's hard for us to unbelieve it. We are the children of Hebrew. We are the Israelite children. We are the Israelite children. African Americans, we are not African Americans. We are descendants of the Hebrew Israelites children that was dispersed to the four corners of the earth. I cannot stress this enough. Once we learn that, I think once we learn that and ask the Most High to give us a change of heart, then we can come together for our own communities, for our own nations. I believe that wholeheartedly. I do.
Okay, all right. Well, I I I I feel like there's gonna be some changes made, because again, as I said, when I was downtown Chicago protesting with the younger generation and everything, they were not on this hate and stuff like that. I feel like we are going in the right direction. Um, and so if we all can get together and come up with some ideas for our community and start supporting our community, we have to start supporting African American or black businesses or the Negro business. You know, we have been named so many names, color and everything else. So we have to start supporting our own people. What's your thought on that, Miss B?
Well, you know, I told you from here on out, that's my journey is to find and support black owned businesses. I started with ordering the curly kit, the curl kits. It's a kit for your for natural hair, for curly hair. And it was created by black people. So that's my goal. I know that there's a website of black people owning beauty supply store, beauty supplies, black people from, and that's where I'm gonna start getting my supplies from. That's how it's gonna have to start. That's how it's gonna have to start. Y'all see a brother on the corner selling soap, selling lotion. I don't care where he got it from. Buy it from him, $5. You know, get your lotion off the street from the brothers. Get your soap off the street from the brothers. I mean, that's what I'm doing from here on out.
Yeah, yeah, and we need to do that because you know a lot of these people they have invested their money, they have invested everything, and so we should be able to help them make their dreams come true.
Sister April, I don't know if you ever heard of Killer Mike. Killer Mike did a Netflix series. I forgot the name of it, but he went across the United States in search of black owned companies. He wanted to sleep in a black owned hotel room. He wanted to eat at a black owned restaurant. He wanted to buy from a black store. You know, do you know, excuse me, that this man ended up sleeping on a bench because he couldn't find any black owned hotels. He damn near starved to death because he couldn't find any black owned distributors that that distribute food, or no black owned restaurants. I think it was in the state of Texas. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he stayed in one state or if he went across the country. But if I had to guess, I want to say he went across the country searching for black farmers, just black. And he didn't do too good. He didn't do too well.
Oh wow,
Mm-mm.
wow.
Ended up sleeping on a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up almost starving because he couldn't find any black farmers, any black food distributors, any black owned restaurants. And this is our story. This is the life that we live every day and have been living it for over 400 years because of the hatred that they have for us. And it's all coming out, it's all coming to a head, and it's all a part of God's plan. It's all a part of, because look at how it's happening. All of a sudden, you waking up to a racist story every day. Racist white woman called police on black man in the park. He just watching birds. He told her to put her dog on the leash, which was a law, and she claimed that she was going to call 911, which she did, and said that he was harassing her and her dog. How stupid can you be? And he's standing there recording you. That white privilege didn't work for her this time. She ended up losing the dog, and she ended up losing her job. I'm telling you, these people do not care about us. It's a perpetual hatred. I can't hear you. Are you there?
I'll be right back in 3 minutes.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
April.
Yeah, yeah.
I can okay, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
You very low.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Barely. I can't hear you at all now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Barely.
What about now? Can
Loud and
you
clear.
loud and clear? Okay. I said I'm gonna be away for 3 minutes. If you can continue on, I'll be right back. I have to take these
Okay.
some masks downstairs. You can continue on and talk. I'll be right
Okay.
back. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the lady, what was her name? Amy Cooper that made the Central Park Karen. That's what they're calling her. Now Gary, what's his name? Is it Gary Cuomo? The mayor of New York. I mean, wait, hold on. Why don't I just pull up the story? Governor Cuomo, he's trying to pass a 911 false accusation bill where a person that calls 911 um, on false accusations can be charged with a hate crime. What do y'all think about that? Governor Cuomo, New York Governor Cuomo, he is trying to pass a bill, 911 false accusation bill. If you call 911 on a false accusation, you will be charged with a hate crime. So it just seems like that these some of these politicians and some of these corporate um, buildings and corporate people are not taking any more racism from their employees. There is a change shifting in the air, but let me just tell y'all something. These white people, these racist white people, they know how to make money off of you. They know how to market you and make money off of you. I do not trust the ones that are falling in line saying that Black Lives Matter when before they wouldn't give us the time of the day. I have a problem with those people. These the Drew Brees who condemned Colin Kaepernick for kneeling to fight against police brutality. But now all of a sudden, when he got backlash for his crazy comments about the national anthem and the flag, he with the black community. All of a sudden, I have a problem with people like him. When we fought so hard to try and show you people how the police were treating us, we fought so long and so hard. We knelt down. You don't want to hear us. We stand up with our hands up. You don't want to hear us. You say we resisting arrest. That's what you tell the world, that we resisting arrest. When in reality, you are the ones that's being aggressive and causing the disturbance. When all you need to do is make a simple arrest, but you want to be rough and tough and throw people up against the walls and throw them on the ground. They got handcuffs on, but you still handling them in such a rough way. But then you tell the world that they resisted arrest. Another thing that I'm confused about is the man that had his knee on George Floyd's neck. Um, his mug shot. I'm not understanding his mug shot. The picture either looks like a younger version of him or it doesn't look like him at all. Why aren't they using the picture, the face that we saw that had his knee on George Floyd's neck? Why can't we see that face in a mug shot? Why can't we see that evil face in a mug shot? The same face that we looked at as he killed an unarmed man. We looked at him dead in his eye. Why can't we look at him dead in his eye now? Where is his original arrest photo? Where's his mug shot at? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to answer a phone call, but I'm back. Um, DJ April Showers, are you back? She still had to step away, but like I was saying, so much going on in the news. Black Lives Matter. I hate that. Now some people are saying all lives matter. How many white kids walked to the store to get a bag of Skittles and didn't come back home? Hmm. How many white kids that you know of was just beaten up by the police and thrown into a van and then beat up some more? How many white kids you know that was put into the chokehold and told the police they couldn't breathe?
Okay, I'm back.
I know all lives matter, but right now Black lives matter the most. Welcome back,
Right,
sis.
right, and that's all we want people to get is that our lives matter as well, and the revolution has been televised. All the racist people, everything is coming out due to people looking at a man die on TV saying he can't breathe, and then he called out for his mother. Yeah, well, and so Miss B, continue on.
Oh no, I was done. I was just
Oh, okay, right,
talking about how people are saying all lives matter. See, that's we can't have nothing. Black
right,
people can't have nothing without a white person trying to dip their hands in it. We say Black lives matter, they say all lives matter.
right, and that's all we're focusing on. We just want our respect, and we want to be treated equally. We wanna we wanna be able to enjoy everything that the good old USA wrote in the Constitution, and we are not allowed that. And so, you know, I'm just hoping, and I'm really feeling like it's gonna be some changes with the new generation. And with the new generation, I say it's 30 and under. Yeah, I really feel like it's gonna be a change. I hope I live to see it. See it. Um, and like I said, people, we, and also we have to look out for people such as Candace Owens and Kamala Harris, along with these other people, because they are opportunists now. They've already showed us their true colors. And so don't believe them now when they jump on these bandwagons. And that's unfortunate, but everyone that is black is not for the black cause neither, which is sad. Very sad. Very sad.
Not really. It's not really, because everybody that's black is not good.
Right.
Everybody that's black is not. Look at Candace Owens. She hate the black race, and she's black.
Right.
So the Bible said there's going. The Bible said there's only going to be a few, a remnant. A remnant. Remnant means a small portion. So it's only going to be a few of us, according to the Most High Yah. It's only going to be a few of us. Everybody can't go.
Okay. Well, just watch out. Watch out for those people that really hate themselves. For one, you have to hate yourself first, that much, to have that much hate for another race.
Be right back.
Yeah, because I'm happy. I want everybody else to be happy. I know what I am, what I'm about, and what I stand up for. I don't need validation from anybody. And some people do. And unfortunately, I don't. So, poor Candace, poor Camilla, and whatever people that really hate your race and you want to be them. So, but that's on them. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, my sister B? Hello? Did my mic go out again?
No, that was me. No,
Okay.
not right off
I've
hand.
got two ladies that are going to come on. We might have to do this at night. One is going to talk about her. All she ever did was dated black men, and then end up marrying one, and her family, how they disowned her. And then I will have another.
A white girl?
Yes.
See?
And so she'll be on later on this week. And I also want people to know that are listening that live in Joliet, Illinois, at 2 p.m. They will be downtown because we trying to get the mayor of Joliet, Mr. O'Dirk, removed from his mayoral position, because when the mayor, before he was mayor, he was a police officer and he was a racist cop then. He did a lot of bad stuff. How he became mayor, I don't know, but it is what it is. But when they had a protest 7 days ago, the mayor went out to the protest with his big bad attitude, like these people not getting ready to destroy Joliet. And I'm the mayor, and I'm going out there, not identifying himself, just walked in to the rally with all black on and was telling the protesters to go home and put his hands and attack a black youth who spent 2 days in the hospital. So I want to thank everyone, the citizens, the pastors, everybody in Joliet for coming right out, wanting this mayor to be removed. And at 2 p.m., they will be down at City Hall. So if everyone can join in, because we want to get these people out of these high positions where they're able to spread their hate, where they're able to make these white supremacy groups grow.
Right.
And so if everyone could come down to the city of Joliet, where the mayor's office is, they will be protesting at 2 p.m. to get the mayor unseated. And of course, he won't resign. And this is something else I wanted to talk about too. Clearly, you can see video footage of when George Floyd was arrested. He was not fighting back, but they did false police reports.
Right. I was talking about that when you left.
Now, what I want to know is, how could us people, and I'm going back to the mayor of Joliet, Illinois, you can look at a video and you can clearly see the mayor attacking this youth, having the Joliet Police Department come to his aid when his brother and them tried to help his brother, which they should, because if it's man, I'm going down for man too. You can see this video, but yet you will still say the mayor was right. People, you've got to stop doing this. I don't get it, Miss B. How can they look at a video and you clearly see the wrong, but you still defend it? What is up with that?
They don't want to be wrong. They don't want us to be right. They hate us. They hate us. It's hard for us to understand because we don't have that kind of hatred in our hearts. And the hatred that we do have in our hearts for them, we learned it from them. And once again, I'm talking about racist white people. I'm not talking about all white people, just the racist white people that are starting to show their true colors. I say give them a rope. Give them a rope. Give them a rope. That's what I say.
Okay. Wow. And I just can't understand that. You can see a video and you can clearly see it, but like you say,
blinded by hatred. They are blinded by hatred. Blinded by hatred. They hate us. They hate us that much. And they don't care if our babies, they don't care about our babies. They don't care about our elderly. They don't care about us. They'll do anything to make their ways right and ours wrong.
Wow. 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 And like I said, you see attorneys, you see the police, you got videos of the police got rifles pointed at a baby. You know, it's just
Yeah.
awful. It's awful. Right.
But the most awful thing about it is that we killing one another too. That's
Right.
the most awful thing about it. We killing one another too. They killing us and we killing us. See, when that thug that killed my cousin a few years ago and left him behind a building to, you know, like a dog. Where he at now? Why can't he go fight for, you know? Why can't he go? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You big and bad, you could kill your own, but you can't kill your oppressor.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. Right. Well, I'm going to let you do some closing comments because I'm getting ready to make my way downtown to be down here at 2 p.m. because I want this mayor removed. He was a racist cop. And then we are going to start some of the making these people that's on the city council that, you know, have nothing to say in regards to this. If you have nothing to say, you will not be elected. Right. So I'm proud of the citizens of Joliet, Illinois, and the pastors, priests, everybody that has spoke up, that has got up, the rallies we've had, the front page of the newspaper. We want this man removed. We are not putting up with this stuff anymore. And so if you looked at that video and you are saying that the mayor, you know, was right, then you are part of the problem. Anytime you justify wrongdoing, you do not have to see 3 or 4 videos. It's clearly right there where the mayor jacks this youth up and throws him down, and the police proceed to beat this young man who stayed in the hospital for 2 days. So, Miss B, you can close out because I'm done.
I just want to tell my people, my black people, my Hebrew people, to just come together. Be careful about these white politicians that are suddenly jumping on the bandwagon. They not in it for us. They in it for themselves. It's your girl B Sparrow, BuzzSweet Radio. I want to thank Truth Radio for having me on. Thank you, Sister April. And I
Oh, no problem.
look forward to the next live.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us. Everyone have a nice day. Shalom, my sister B. Peace and blessings to everyone. Okay. Bye.